So first thing is the highlights in education. It's the BIS Mass Ideas Grant, Time and Space Subcommittee. Hi,
Good evening. I'm Dan Case, the assistant principal, and with me is Jen Freddo. We want to give you a quick overview of one of the subcommittees, and we've been working with Time and Space. We had 24 staff members were part of our group. They gave a lot of time and energy to this committee, and it's ongoing. We have done things like site visits. We've been to schools. We've been to Duxbury. We've been to Lighthouse Charter. We've been all over the place. We've reached out to people who have been in other school districts that happen to be in our building. We have shared ideas, shared thoughts, what worked, what didn't work, around scheduling. How can we make our schedule stronger, better for the kids? One of the things we're looking at is use of time in the schedule to meet the needs of all of our students. In the process of meeting with a scheduling consultant to look at new and innovative ideas. We're trying to bring in people who have done this on a national level to help us look at what's the best way to educate the 800 kids in our building. One of the things that we're really pushing toward, it's something we heard the other night, is the parents want our school to feel smaller. And so we are really trying to make our school feel smaller. And we can do that through scheduling. We can do it through placement of different teams within the building. We can do it by the way that we configure and where we put people together so it feels much smaller. And on the space side, we're kind of doing the same thing. How do we spatially put the building together in a way that will help us so that the children in the building feel strongly about and a connection to? How do we make our advisory small so that there's a personal connection with an adult for every child in the building? How do we get things together so that that 7th grade team knows that this 6th grader is going to be with them next year, and they start to build that relationship now instead of waiting and saying, who's on my roster next year? These are the types of big ideas and big questions that we're trying to answer as a committee. To that end, we're also meeting with a space consultant, and we're also meeting with a scheduling consultant. So the space consultant came in the other day. How can we physically look at every piece of usable space at BIS and say, how much of this can be classroom? In the building, outside of the building. We have a beautiful physical space around our building that could be used in some capacity as an education place. So we're looking at that. We're looking at some of our open areas and saying, how can we make demonstration sites, presenting sites? How do we show student work in the building? And those are a couple of the big, that's kind of the big picture side. What Jen's going to do is take us through one of our ideas, and we're going to show you a couple slides of children at work.
So along with redesigning how space is allocated at BIS, our committee's also conducted research on flexible seating and offering student choice. Through our learning, we designed the think tank, a collaboration room. This space can fit 2 classrooms to offer cross-curricular projects between teachers and offers a variety of seating options, such as wobble stools, stand-up desks and furniture, which can easily transition to different size groupings. Teachers sign up for this room for a week at a time, and then provide the committee student and teacher feedback on the learning environment. The think tank is outfitted with 30 Chromebooks and the ability to Chromecast student group ideas on an LCD panel. However, the main purpose of this room is to help facilitate change to the teacher role and create new ways for students to collaborate and learn. Research has found that spaces such as these help to meet the individual needs and promote student-centered learning. The think tank just opened last week, and we're happy to report it's booked right now solidly through May. The teachers at BIS are amazing, and they're truly dedicated to the success of their students. We've only just begun to collect student feedback, but as you can see, this was just after 1 week, the small changes into our school makes a big difference for our students.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you very much.